Param Sundari is a rom-com directed by Tushar Jalota and produced by Dinesh Vijan under Maddock Films. Over the past few years, Maddock has carved a unique space in Hindi cinema. If we were to draw a parallel with Hollywood, Maddock is sort of the Indian version of A24, bold, experimental and refreshingly original. Whether it's historical dramas like Chhaava, revenge thrillers like Badlapur, horror comedies from the Stree universe or socially conscious films like Mimi, Maddock has consistently pushed boundaries and stayed relevant across genres. With Param Sundari, Maddock tries its hand at the romantic comedy genre, something that's been sorely missing from the mainstream Hindi cinema lately. In an age where everything gets dissected and debated online and where action-heavy over-the-top spectacles dominate every weekend, Param Sundari feels like a much-needed escape, a sweet breezy rom-com in the midst of chaos. Let me be clear, Param Sundari is not some groundbreaking never-seen-before masterpiece. If you grew up watching Shah Rukh Khan romances, you have probably seen this formula before. In fact, this film consciously pays homage to that era, borrowing flavors from classics like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai in even the more recent Chennai Express. But that doesn't make it any less enjoyable, especially for the newer generation that hasn't been saturated with this kind of cinema. So let's break it down. What works, what doesn't, and whether Param Sundari is worth your time. What works? At its core, Param Sundari brings back that old school 90s charm. Boy meets girls, falls in love, and the girl is engaged to someone else, a nice guy whose family once helped her. It's a classic setup, nothing new here. What makes the difference is everything that happens in between, and that's where the romance shines. The film is refreshingly clean, no vulgarity, no crude jokes, just a simple heartfelt love story. It adds enough modern day elements to feel current, but never loses that comfort food quality rom-coms are known for. This is a film you can watch with your family, laugh a little, smile a lot, and maybe even tear up once or twice. Now let's talk about the music, because Param Sundari delivers big time here. Every song in the film contributes to the narrative and enhances the emotional beats, and that's rare these days. Bollywood used to be known for its memorable music, but recently it's been hit or miss. This film, however, gives us tracks that stick, whether it's the title song, the foot tapping लाल कलर की साड़ी में कुड़िए तू डेंजर लग दी है, the emotional, the sensational भीगी भीगी during the end credits, or the beautifully placed climax number, चार दिन की चांदनी. The soundtrack brought back the nostalgic simplicity, the kind of vibe A.R. Rahman used to give in the 90s. That said, a quick note, the Malayalam pronunciation in the Danger song is a bit off. It may bother native speakers, but overall the music works, the visualization is spot on, and most importantly, the chemistry between the lead pair makes it all shine. Speaking of chemistry, Siddharth and Janhvi absolutely deliver. This is hands down Janhvi Kapoor's best performance to date. Now, I know the bar for star kids, especially the so-called Nepo babies, is low, and they often face justified criticism, but credits where it's due. Janhvi has genuinely improved over time, and here she is believable, charming, and fully in sync with her role. Among her peers, especially from the same background, she stands out as someone who's putting in the work. Siddharth is effortless, he brings the exact charm and warmth this character needs. He'll make you smile, and honestly, the camera loves him. He's been shot with a gaze that feels like a reversal of the typical male gaze. We are used to seeing women sexualized on screen, but here it's the hero who's being framed with the same dreamy attention. I'm as straight as they come, but even I could feel the heat. If genders were reversed, there'd probably be a social media outrage, but here it just adds to the fun. Manjot Singh, as always, brings the laughs. His comic timing is solid, and he lightens up every scene he is in. Yes, his Malayali accent isn't perfect either, but the intent is clearly positive, and that counts for something. And that's something I'd say about the filmmakers too. The intent is good. They are trying to give us something wholesome, light, and romantic without being cynical or preachy. What doesn't work? But Param Sundari isn't without its flaws, and some of them are quite glaring. First, the Kerala setting. The film is 99% set in Kerala, but it doesn't feel like Kerala. It's too Bollywoodized, too glamorized. Anyone who's watched even a few Malayalam films on OTT knows the kind of grounded storytelling that defines their cinema. Param Sundari tries to borrow that setting but fails to capture its essence. There's a clear disconnect. On the one hand, the film wants to be rooted in culture and simplicity. On the other hand, the hero is filthy rich Delhi guy who throws around crores like pocket change. That level of wealth instantly detaches the story from reality. Most Indians can't relate to that kind of lifestyle, and when you base a rom-com in a state known for its subtlety and groundedness, it just feels out of place. Also, why is that every rich Delhi guy in Bollywood has to be Punjabi and his goofy sidekick always a Sardar? It's the same tired template. Bollywood needs to move beyond this cliche and start writing more diverse, realistic characters. Now, this next point really bothered me. There's a sequence in the film where a woman is clearly sexually harassing the male lead, and it's played off for laughs. I thought we have moved past that era. Just because the genders are reversed doesn't make it okay. It's not a joke, it's harassment, and we need to call that out, regardless of who's doing it. Janvi's Malayali accent is serviceable at best. It doesn't feel authentic, and while she does try, it never fully lands. Again, for an audience unfamiliar with the language, it might not matter. But if you are from Kerala or have watched enough Malayalam cinema, you'll notice the gaps. Lastly, the story is extremely basic. You have seen this plot 100 times. It's predictable from start to finish. If you are expecting twist or innovation in the storytelling, you won't find it here. But if you are okay with comfort viewing and enjoying simple romantic narratives, it still works. Param Sundari isn't revolutionary, it's not trying to change cinema, but it does succeed in giving you a fun, feel-good experience. If you love old-school Bollywood romances, if you are tired of over-the-top action flicks, and if you are just in the mood for something light and entertaining, this one is worth a watch. It's a one-time watch for sure, but it's a pleasant one-time watch. Just go in with the right expectations, and you'll likely leave with a smile. That's it for today's video. If you like this review, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more honest takes on the latest films. Let me know in the comments, did Param Sundari work for you or were you expecting more? Until next time, keep watching good cinema.